Hi guys, it's Pam. Welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. If I am numbering things right, this should be part 18, which is pretty crazy to me, but I'm really happy that I've gotten this
You're
far.
from the
So,
Inquisition. I didn't think you'd still be here. Were you really looking to ally with us?
I want this war to end without sending you back to the Circle.
There has to be a way, right? We're not what they think, all blood mages and abominations. We just want to be normal, have families, use our magic to help grow crops or something. We never wanted war. What choice did we have? Stay and be slaves?
Sometimes to achieve the world one desires, one must take regrettable measures.
I hope you can do something. Tying ourselves to Tevinter. That can't be the right way to end this.
Take care of yourself. There's something strange going on.
I never thought the Grand Enchanter would swear to a Magister.
did you hear what Solus just said? Sometimes to get the world one wants, one must take regrettable measures. Oh man, that was such foreshadowing. Also, I gave him that amulet of magic so that I could get a few things out of my inventory, and then I forgot to actually level him with it. So I'm going to give him... I think I'm going to give him Chain Lightning, or Energy Barrage rather, just because it's fun. And now we're going to come over and see Sister Tanner here. Wasn't there a Tanner before?
I'm Sister Tanner. May I help you?
Are you a Chantry sister?
A lay sister only. I work here to help the poor and extend the Maker's kindness to those who need it. It is very busy work, especially in these times, but let me know if I can ever help you.
I found the letter you sent a Templar named Corrin.
What? Shit. You can't prove anything. A letter from a rogue Templar. Nobody is going to care. So, what do you intend to do?
What kind of cut are they giving you? Have you got protection? I see a suspicious lack of guards. It looks to me like you've been cut loose. Maybe you should look for a new employer.
Are you serious? The high and mighty Inquisition needs smugglers? All right, I'm in. Seems like the Inquisition is the safer bet these days.
We can use everybody, believe me. And now the Chantry was also a place I was really looking forward to in my first playthrough because so much happened in there in the first game. You know, there were a bunch of people who gave you quests, and, you know, it was all kind of destroyed and being used as a sanctuary, which is, you know, basically what it is. But we're still getting this exceedingly slow loading screen. As you can see from this shot, it hasn't exactly, you know, gotten much better. Although I'm assuming that, you know, it was cleaned up and had been used again as a chantry for some time. Also check out the pattern on the floor with the star coming from the chandelier overhead. I just think that's so neat. So, warrior abilities generate guard on themselves or on their allies. I really need to start... And actually what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to start making a little list for myself here with things that I need to do when I go back to Haven. Need to do some potion upgrading if I can. I'm looking for a pencil, so sorry for the noise. Upgrading potions. I need to work on armor for everybody. I need to talk to people. Well, especially.
You're finally here. Now help me close this, would you?
Hi. Yeah, we don't exactly have any time to flirt because, hello, demons, but, yeah. He makes an entrance. That was useless. Oh, he just used a spell. Damn it. Okay, is that all of them? Yeah.
Fascinating. How does that work exactly? You don't even know, do you? You just wiggle your fingers and boom. Rift closes.
Who are you?
Ah, getting ahead of myself again, I see. Dorian of House Pavus, most recently of Minrathous. How do you do?
Another Tevinter. Be cautious with this one.
Suspicious friends you have here. Magister Alexius was once my mentor, so my assistance should be valuable, as I'm sure you can imagine.
I was expecting Felix to be here.
I'm sure he's on his way. He was to give you the note, then meet us here after ditching his father.
Alexius couldn't jump to Felix's side fast enough when he pretended to be faint. Is something wrong with him?
He's had some lingering illness for months. Felix is an only child, and Alexius is being a mother hen, most likely.
Are you a Magister?
All right, let's say this once. I'm a mage from Tevinter, but not a member of the Magisterium. I know Southerners use the terms interchangeably, but that only makes you sound like barbarians.
Ha ha ha.
You're betraying your mentor because...
Alexius was my mentor. Meaning he's not any longer, not for some time. Look, you must know there's danger. That should be obvious even without the note. Let's start with Alexius claiming the allegiance of the mage rebels out from under you. As if by magic, yes? Which is exactly right. To reach Redcliffe, before the Inquisition, Alexius distorted time itself.
He arranged it so he could arrive here just after the Divine died.
You catch on quick.
That is fascinating if true, and almost certainly dangerous.
The rift you closed here. You saw how it twisted time around itself, sped some things up and slowed others down. Soon, there will be more like it, and they'll appear further and further away from Redcliffe. The magic Alexius is using is wildly unstable, and it's unraveling the world.
You're asking me to take a lot on faith.
I know what I'm talking about. I helped develop this magic. When I was still his apprentice, it was pure theory. Alexius could never get it to work. What I don't understand is why he's doing it. Ripping time to shreds just to gain a few hundred lackeys?
He didn't do it for them.
Took you long enough. Is he getting suspicious?
No, but I shouldn't have played the illness card. I thought he'd be fussing over me all day. My father's joined a cult, Tevinter Supremacists. They call themselves Venatori. And I can tell you one thing. Whatever he's done for them, he's done it to get to you.
Alexius is your father. Why are you working against him?
For the same reason Dorian works against him. I love my father, and I love my country. But this? Cults? Time magic? What he's doing now is madness. For his own sake, you have to stop him.
It would also be nice if he didn't rip a hole in time. There's already a hole in the sky.
Yeah, we don't need any more of those.
Why would he rearrange time and indenture the Mage Rebellion just to get to me?
They're obsessed with you, but I don't know why. Perhaps because you survived the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
You can close the rifts. Maybe there's a connection. Or they see you as a threat.
If the Venatori are behind those rifts or the breach in the sky, they're even worse than I thought.
All this for me? And I didn't get Alexius anything.
Send him a fruit basket. Everyone loves those. You know you're his target. Expecting the trap is the first step in turning it to your advantage. I can't stay in Redcliffe. Alexius doesn't know I'm here, and I want to keep it that way for now. But whenever you're ready to deal with him, I want to be there. I'll be in touch. Oh, and Felix, try not to get yourself killed.
There are worse things than dying, Dorian.
Interesting stuff. Yes, that's their first meeting, and I'm very happy. Book about the Circles of Magi. Got some loot, some crafting mats. So now that we are aware of the threat of the Venatori and whatever Alexius is up to, we can get out of here. We've done everything we need to do in Redcliffe for the moment. We have to leave the Chantry before we can fast travel. This part is so exciting.
This whole business is distasteful. Perhaps we are better off pursuing the Templars instead.
I'd bet you 10 royals whatever the Templars are doing is just as weird.
Yeah, you'd win that bet because the Templars have an envy demon. So we're going to get out of here. Map. I could have just hit M, I know. The nice thing is now I know where there are locked doors for me to find. Let's see, what's that? Shards in the hinterlands. That's the Spirit in the Lake and the Ballad of Lord Wolseley. We are going to go back to Haven. We are not going to go see the Templars. They're both interesting storylines, I have to say. Ultimately, it doesn't really make that much difference, unfortunately, because whichever one you choose, they help you close the breach. The other faction seems to disappear, but then you find out what happens to them. But then you just go on. Everything happens very rapidly once you enlist the faction and close the breach. And it's really quite interesting. The Templar one I like because it sort of takes you through this future, because the Envy Demon is tired of using Lucius for a skin, basically, and wants to use you instead. And you have a lot more power than he does as head of the Inquisition. So it takes you through this sort of what could be potential future, which is really creepy as hell. I mean, it just basically, is horrible. It's horrible to everybody. It jails like Josephine and Cullen. And then at one point you meet Cole, who sort of intrudes on this whole thing, which is all happening inside your head, and locks it out, so you're able to escape. And then you fight the Envy Demon, and then that's the end of that. But it's this mind trip that's quite a lot of fun.
They've got good form. Cullen's putting his Templar training to good use.
Did Cullen tell you he was a Templar? He's not wearing the armor.
He didn't have to. Might not be a Templar shield, but it's a Templar holding it. He angles the shield just a bit down. Helps direct fire or acid away, so it doesn't spray right into your face. Canary learned the same thing when we trained to fight Tevinter mages. Your Templar's doing good work.
You sound like you want to head down there and give the troops some pointers.
Nah, I'm no good at command unless I know who my guys are sleeping with and what they like to drink. Inquisition's already too large for that. The charges are big enough for me. Biggest problem for the Inquisition right now isn't on the front line. It's at the top. You've got no leader, no Inquisitor.
The Inquisition has done all right so far without an Inquisitor.
That's because all we've needed so far is damage control, reaction. A group can handle that. Once you've sealed the breach, it's gonna be time to make decisions. Someone's gonna have to step up. Who knows? Maybe you sealed the breach. The Chantry gets off its ass and all those soldiers go home and get fat.
You think?
It could happen. It won't, but it could.
And hey, there's Krem. Everybody's
What can
favorite.
I do for you?
Iron Bull said the charges were at my disposal. Do you have any suggestions on how to use them?
Nothing jumps out at me. If I come up with any ideas, I'll let you know.
Can we talk about the Bull's charges?
Best company you'll find from here to the Anderfells. In my time with the Chief, we've gone up against everything from bandits to magic trees. We're expensive, but you'll never doubt we're worth it. Want to know anything in particular?
Magic trees, huh?
You said something about everything from bandits to magic trees. I'll admit to some curiosity.
Right. Sylvans. That's what Dalish called them. Apparently spirits can possess trees, too. Some noble in the Dales, and they really don't like it when you call them Dalish nobles, had a haunted forest. His family had abandoned the land, but he wanted it back. The chief bought us all axes, and in we went. Between the axes and the torches, the Sylvans weren't too bad. Worst part was the squirrels.
Squirrels.
Do the charges specialize in anything from a tactical standpoint?
Bull doesn't want us large enough to work as an army. We're better as shock troops or skirmishers. We've got archers for hitting enemy infantry, Dalish with more archery, and Skinner and her people on the flanks. Rocky handles fortifications and traps, and Stitches keeps us all fighting. They mostly hold back. I'll lead the frontline fighters with Grim, and the chief goes wherever he can hit something.
They do have a mage, but she's very paranoid about it, so she insists that her staff is a bow. It's
Are
fantastic.
there rules for how mercenaries operate?
If you don't want some noble to treat you like bandits, yes. There's also a code of conduct most companies hold to. Keeps things civilized on the battlefield. We accept surrenders for ransom from mercenaries, nobles, and soldiers wearing a lord's colors. Our prisoners are treated well, injuries tended. We'd want the same for any of ours who got captured.
We'll talk later.
Now, something about Krem that I really like is he's voiced by Jennifer Hale, who, of course, is fantastic for, and I think primarily known as the female shepherd in the Mass Effect games. But Krem is trans, and he is male. I think I'm going to go with the Wild Heart. I think it's so pretty. And they probably could have gotten a trans male actor, but they just do. She does a great job. Jennifer Hale does. All right, I talked to Bull. I really do want to mess with their armor. You know what? I think I'm going to leave this episode here. It's going to be a little bit of a shorter one. Oh, I need to drop something off with Blackwall.
Heard you found something that had to do with wardens.
I know.
Would have liked to have seen it.
I totally forgot. I'm sorry.
Nothing right now. Perhaps in a bit.
Yeah, I'm going to mess with armor and try and upgrade everybody. So then I can go back to the war table and just start in on the Red Cliff Venture. So we're going to leave this here. And once again, I want to thank you guys for watching. And I hope I get to see you next time. Thanks a lot. Bye.